Sometimes life is super crazy and you have to cheat a little bit when you're cooking. Today, we're gonna do a shortcut. Hey everyone, it's Dora from flippinghouses-and-pancakes.com, and today I've got a lot happening, and it is a Friday and Shabbos starts crazy early. It's like 4:30 here. So I have to be quick about the food I'm making. So today we're gonna make Persian rice with a cheat, Tadig. Tadig is that nice crispy potato at the bottom of your pot, and you really have to stick around, pay attention to what's going on your stove. But I've got a lot of errands to run. I've got a lot of cooking to do. So today we're gonna do a cheat Tadig, and we're gonna do that. I'm gonna show you. We're gonna utilize this beauty, the oven. Shh, whatever you do, don't tell your Persian mother-in-law. All right, so we're gonna start, and we're gonna make our rice. We're gonna start the traditional way, but we're gonna finish it in the oven. All right, I'm gonna start by filling my pot about halfway up with water. This is my no measure rice in case you wanna read how to make it the regular way. It's in my cookbook, Flipping Houses and Pancakes, Kosher Recipes and Kitchen Design Tips from an Amateur Professional. You can find that on Amazon and on my website, flippinghouses-and-pancakes.com. But we're gonna start with our half pot of water here. I'm gonna add a decent amount of salt. You want the rice to be salted. It also helps your water come up to a boil faster. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put this on the stove on high heat, and we're gonna bring the water up to boil. Then we'll add our rice. My water is boiling up nicely. So now we're gonna do the hard part. I'm kidding, this is not hard, this is easy. Okay, traditionally you would soak your rice. I don't remember to do that ahead of time, so I just put it in the boiling water. Okay, I've got actually about 5 cups of rice in here, but you just know if you have, I don't measure it. If you read my cookbook, you'll understand. I don't measure it, I just make sure it makes like a nice pile in the water. Makes kind of like a volcano shape. I guess is the way you put it. I happen to know that I can fit that much rice into this much water right now, but I do explain how you know if you've gotten the right amount of rice. You're not measuring it, you're just kind of eyeballing it. You want to make sure that your rice doesn't fill up your water, you know what I'm saying? It makes like a nice kind of mountain in the middle. I don't know if that made sense, but trust me. I'm going to leave it open. I'm going to let it boil. I'll probably stir it once or twice, and we'll come back when it's ready to strain it. Okay, and I'm stirring it. I just want to make sure that it's, first of all, not clumping like this. That's my oven telling me it's ready. I turn the oven on to 400 degrees, and this is going to get thrown into the oven a little bit. I just want to stir it to make sure it's not sticking to the bottom of my pot and that it's not clumping. And that's it. Then we can let it do its thing. It's only going to take a few minutes because this is basmati rice and already hot water. So we'll give it a few more minutes and we'll come back and get ready to strain it. The rice is just about ready. You can see it's kind of filled up my water. And when I pull out a piece, it's hot. It's gotten a little longer, and I guess you could call it al dente. You can bite through it, but it's not super soft. This is when we want to stop the cooking process. I'm going to turn this off. We're going to take it over to the sink. I'm going to dump it into a fine strainer and rinse it with cold water. Let's go. All right, guys, I'm going to dump it straight into this nice strainer I've got here. We're going to get it all out of the pot. I still have some rice in the pot, so I'm going to kind of rinse it to catch all the rest of the rice. We're going to pour it right over that rice. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to rinse my rice with cold water. I want to stop the cooking process, and I don't want the rice to stick together. So I'm going to rinse my rice off really well with that cold water. And once it's nice and cold, I'm going to let it sit there and drain. It's going to drain for a few minutes while I do the next step of the process. Okay, I peel the potato. Yes, this is the bottom part. This is the yummy part. Okay, I peel the potato. I started to slice it. We're going to slice it into nice thin slices. Think like 1/4 of an inch. You don't want them too thin because they're going to burn and you don't want them too thick because they won't get crispy. So we're gonna do 1/4-inch slices through my potato. My hair is getting in my face. So normally I put it all in the pot, but today I need to be able to walk away. I need to be able to leave the house while my tadik is being made. So we're gonna do it the cheat way. All right, we're gonna take our aluminum pan. This does not work as well in other pans, so keep that in mind. Can you do it in other pans? Probably, but will just take longer. So I'm gonna put some oil in the bottom of my pan. Today I have avocado oil. You can use any other oil you feel like, canola oil, vegetable oil, safflower oil, whatever you like, okay? I'm just gonna rotate along the bottom of my pan. I'm gonna sprinkle some turmeric on top of it. We need that nice golden color, and this will just help us. It'll also make the rice that's close to it turn a little yellow, which is always fun. You need a little yellow. By the way, if you want your rice to actually be yellow, like all the rice, throw a little turmeric in the water and that will solve it. Okay, and all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my potato slices and I'm gonna lay them out on the bottom of my pan. Guys, this is easy. You can all do this at home. Look at this, super easy. I'm actually making 2 pans of this today, so I might need another potato, but for right now, this is good. And I like to have a lot of slices because everybody always wants one. All right, so I've got my potatoes laid out nice and flat on the bottom of my pan. All we're gonna do is dump a bunch of rice right on top of that. I'm gonna take my strainer. I'm gonna take this rice that's been straining, and I'm gonna pour, well, since I'm making 2 pans, I'm gonna pour half of my rice right on there. If I was making 1 pan, obviously I'd pour all of my rice on it. Put this back. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna layer, or like smooth it out across my pan. And we're almost done. Was this easy enough? Was this easy? Okay, I gotta do one more thing to finish this rice off. And that is, we're gonna cover it. Now we are going to essentially be steaming our rice, but we don't want all the moisture to get trapped in our pan because we don't want to have sticky rice. We're making Persian rice. Persian rice is not sticky. So we're going to cover it nicely with foil, and then we are going to take our knife and violently stab it. Okay, wasn't that violent? All right, that's it. We're going to throw this in the oven at 400 degrees for about 2 hours. 2 hours. I know that sounds like a lot, but you know what I can do while that's in the oven? I can go run my errands and then I can come back and it'll be fine. And when I come back, we should have a nice golden potato layer on the bottom. So we'll come back in 2 hours after this has been in the oven. Okay, my rice is finally out of the oven. I just opened it up. Didn't do anything else. That's all. So it sat there for 2 hours. It was actually in there for almost 2.5 because I ended up having to run to a work site and to like one of the job sites, and it got back late. All I do is I take it, I toss it. Look at the nice fluffy Persian style rice. And then let's just take a look. See what we've got underneath. Check it out, guys. Check it out. Persian potato tadik. I didn't burn it. I was even able to leave the house. This is my cheat way of doing Persian style tadik. It comes out beautiful. It tastes delicious. You guys have to try this at home, okay? You have to try it and tell me if you like it and if it worked really well for you. Now, if you did like it, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell for notifications so you find out every time I upload a new video. And don't forget that you can find the recipe for the regular version of this rice in my cookbook, Flipping Houses and Pancakes. That cookbook is available on Amazon. Just type in Flipping Houses and Pancakes cookbook, and you can get it on my website as well, flippinghousesanpancakes.com.